Well, Doug, as we continue working through this case, we're finding interesting tidbits that wouldn't have meant much back in the 80s, but certainly hold substance today, including the name of one of the detectives on the case, Louisville Police Department's Mark Handy. It was 1989. Ann Gotlib had been missing for 8 years. She would be a young woman at this point, but sightings reporting little girls on bikes continued pouring in. On November 13th, a caller asked to speak with a detective. Louisville Police Detective Mark Handy took the call. If the name sounds familiar, this might be why. Handy pleaded guilty to framing innocent people and sending them to prison. Records accuse the former cop of lying on the stand during a 1995 murder trial. The man convicted eventually had his sentence overturned. The same year, 2 other men were also convicted in a different murder case. That would also be overturned. One of the defendants filing a federal lawsuit claiming Detective Handy coerced confessions from the suspects. It also said he lied to them about evidence against them. Handy pleaded guilty to 1 count of perjury and 1 count of tampering with physical evidence in April of 2021. He was released from prison just weeks after he was sentenced to serve 1 year behind bars. Back in 1989, when he took the call about Ann Gotlib, he sent a uniformed officer to the area to look for the girl, according to the police report. He said he would follow up if the officer found her, and that concluded the conversation. When we asked Gotlib's parents about how they believe the case was handled, they said they have mixed feelings, and they do believe mistakes were made.
As much as we appreciated dedication of the people who were working on the case, there were some moments that caused our dissatisfaction.
They say maybe if things were done differently, they wouldn't be waiting 40 years later to find out what happened to their missing daughter. And you can see that police report that we talked about today, also the documents and photos from earlier this week, right now on WHAS11.com.